Monday. Today we are starting with a different twist. So let me check lang inside the Facebook group if we are streaming. And teka lang. So yes, you are inside the tribe. If you are seeing this right now, this means na nakagising ka na maaga. This means na it's 9 o'clock. This means that you were wondering most likely what happened to the Sunday night special, di ba? And yes, we are doing it, pero this time with a different twist. So let me check lang kung nasa loob na. Okay, looks like we are. Monday. Hey, game. Ang featured student natin for tonight is no other than, I was literally surprised by this when I found out. All I thought was, when I first spoke to him in person was during the inuman session. And sabi ko, teka, sino ba to? Then, aside from pretty good looks, di ba? Looks of a vampire, na akala ko, sino ba tong totoy na to na parang 18-year-old, 19-year-old na parang, iho, alam mo ba ang pinasok mo dito? Then only to find out na months lang pala pagitan namin. I hope. Pero hindi. Siyempre, years pa rin pagitan namin. Okay? So, in a nutshell, ito. Featured student natin for today is one of the brains. Okay? Probably the better word would be the other brain, kasi I know there are two brains behind one of the biggest financial literacy channels out there. Okay? And he's not selling insurance. Okay? Nothing wrong with it, pero he's not selling it. Okay? What he's actually doing is he's literally helping people on a different aspect, not teaching them how to save. He's part of that, pero he puts the roadmap into it. He puts the framework into it. He puts the visuals into it. And next is, he's also the brains behind how things work inside the fastest growing community of entrepreneurs. Okay? And in this community of entrepreneurs, this has the highest documented success rate, or in my words, the highest success rate that's been documented. As in, literally na-document yung mga results nito. And not just, may win, kundi computed, okay, down to the last dollar and peso, how much each member of the community made. Okay, so sabi ni Aisa, sino ba yan? Okay, let me pull him up. Our featured student for today, lagi ako na for tonight, this, no other than Mr. 321 Luis Medina.
Hey guys.
Okay, good morning, Luis. Luis, I know months apart tayo. In terms of, ilan taon ka na, Luis? Yung totoo, wag mo na, okay lang na sumama na yung loob ko. Ilan taon ka, Luis?
32.
32?
Yep.
Okay, so 6 years na age gap. Hindi ka naman turning 33 para medyo humabol ako? Hindi, 32 ka na. Okay, thank you. So medyo sumakit ulit ako. Luis, okay, people probably don't know, or is it just me, na ikaw ang isa sa mga nagsimula ng Pinoy Money Academy. Tama ba? Pinoy Money Academy?
Yeah.
Okay. And can you please tell us a little more tungkol sa Pinoy Money Academy and how does this have to do with you getting into the tribe?
Yeah. Okay. So the story kasi started like in college. Magka-batch kami ni J3. We met there, and dun sa later years nung nagme-majors na kami, maraming term projects sa school na per sem yata mga tatlong major na may technical paper and company study, mga ganyan. So a lot of kasi engineering school yun, industrial eng. So a little bit on the business analysis side then. And throughout those like 3 years, towards the end of college, magka-group kami and we built like a solid like working relationship. na our group mates would change from subject to subject, pero usually magkasama kami. And well, after college, nag-iba yung career paths namin. Academe siya, nagturo siya sa UP. Ako, wala akong, hindi ganun kaganda yung grades ko to be an instructor. And tawag dito, ako nag-corporate for
Doing what?
a couple of years. Nag-IBM ako, support, yung parang IT support.
Okay. Wait lang ha. I love just how you put it. Sobrang smooth lang talaga. No. So we were in engineering school. It was in an engineering school. So which means if you have half of a brain, diba, you would have picked up na, so mukhang engineer pala si Sir Luis. Tama. So what kind of engineer are you? Industrial engineer. And then next part was?
Wala kaming board. So
okay lang yun. Kau naman. You're still an engineer in my eyes. Diba? Next part. Diba? Next part was si J3, what he did was nagturo siya sa academe, diba? Sa UP. Yeah. So parang people were thinking, teka, ano school kaya to? And then how smoothly you placed it na nagturo siya sa academe, which is UP nga, na parang, UP pala si Sir Luis. Diba? So sana from that pa lang, we could have picked up how could we best introduce ourselves without bragging na UP kasi ako eh. Engineering kasi.
The point kasi.
Diba?
Yeah. Kasi nga yung grades ko, hindi siya something to brag about talaga. And like you know, they say na parang having graduated from UP, I realized na alam mo, it doesn't really matter after like 5 years or 3 years kung saan ka galing. It's what you do with them. It's what you do with those no matter what your grades are. Kung pasang-awa ka lang, di ba? It's still how you show up dun sa work mo or dun sa business or whatever. Anyway,
so IBM. Okay.
Yeah, it was night shift, so I didn't like that. Although actually ako medyo nocturnal ako, pero ayokong night shift. Parang I don't want to be forced into it. Parang yun. But yeah, so that lasted ilang months lang, and then I was still in contact with professors, and they had consultancy gigs. So sumasali ako doon. That's how I was paying the bills. And then by the time parang in the meantime, si J3, he was starting businesses then and failing then. Parang, you know, learning, so failing. And by the time medyo parang natutunan niya what he needed to learn, ako rin, I was also ready to start into entrepreneurship na kasi I didn't want to do corporate anymore. Yun, so nag-align ulit yung parang stage in our life at that time. So yun, we decided na okay, let's try this out. Let's see how far this goes. And yun, so fortunately, nagkaroon ng time period na we weren't doing the business together. Okay. Kasi if we had done it agad and we had failed, siguro hindi na kami friends ngayon, or you know.
Most likely.
If we had failed. Yun, kasi hindi rin kami nasa parang right mindset before na okay lang mag-fail, things like that. And we had to learn that together over the past like ilan na ba? 7 years. 7 years in teaching financial literacy.
Okay. Bakit financial literacy?
Well, that's J3's thing. He's always been he's always been interested in money. He what not many people know is that well, a lot of people know that he's financially secure. financial freedom, meron siya, and he coaches people. Pero what not a lot of people know is that he comes from a pretty well-off family.
Okay.
And like in college or like dun sa start nung working life namin, he didn't really need to start his own business or to make it kasi they're well off. But what really got my respect sa kanya is that parang ayaw niyang mag-depend sa parents niya. Start pa lang nung after graduating pa lang, hindi na siya humihingi ng allowance, ganyan. Pumapasok siya sa work, na-delay yung salary niya. He wasn't asking for anything. He was depending on his savings. Tapos kumakain na siya ng turon for lunch every day. Yun. Tapos, yun. So that was something na parang nakita ko sa kanya na, parang this guy is for real. Parang he really wants to help. Kasi he doesn't need to do it. He doesn't need to teach people about it. Pero he does.
Okay. So for those of you who are wondering, sino ba si J3? Just to give a little bit of context. So Pinoy Money Academy nga is one of the biggest financial literacy channels out there. If you check on YouTube, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Luis, it's got 49,000 subscribers already. And as Luis mentioned kanina, it's been running for 7 years na, diba? And tinuturuan nga mga Pinoy, most likely, okay, so what do you do with your money? How do you invest it? What's the best way to grow it? Diba? So sabi nung isa, sino ba to? Sabi kay Harry, si J3, si JJJ. Sira ulo ka talaga naman. Pero, let's go back to you, Luis. Diba? The question is, diba, you were doing corporate. Now you jumped into the entrepreneur thing. I mean, bakit? Was there a specific need ba to do more? Or was it just because that you didn't like to work during the night?
Well, nung start, ayoko yung night shift. So it was as simple as that. Kasi back then, my priorities were like, gusto ko mag-rock band. Gusto ko mag-drums. So gabi yung gigs. So I can't do that.
Yon.
And parang it was all, my decisions were like over the years, I've noticed na looking back, my decisions have always been towards the direction na I would have more options to do what I want to do, things like that. And entrepreneurship, I always knew na I was gonna end up at some point there. So parang kahit hindi pa ready or tingin mo hindi pa ready, kumbaga, you'll never be ready naman.
Exactly. Totoo yun. Totoo. Ang lang dito, di ba? Ang dami kong, even now, nasusurprise ako. So, are you still, in a rock band?
No. I haven't played with a band in like several years na rin.
Okay. And the point pa rin naman of the reason why we do freelancing, and the reason why I also called it entrepreneurs, I want to give people the idea that freelancing, again, as in, ipukpok talaga yung concept na freelancing is a business.
Yep.
Okay? It's a real business. Okay? That's why we're called entrepreneurs. That's why I'm starting to call everybody as an entrepreneur. Okay? Pero fast forward, paano ka naman napunta dito sa Tribe? And then later, we'll talk about how you got si Sir, as in Sir John, as a client. So, paano ka napunta dito?
Well, by the time na nag-launch yung Tribe,
Yes.
I had been actually hearing about si John Pagulayan for several months na before that. Kasi nga may mastermind sila nila, J3, alam mo, back then. And parang kinwento ni J3 in one of our videos, si John, na I think he was, it was like a week na naka 7 figures si John, because at that week parang focused siya on exercise. So parang it was a holistic, like how you attract wealth kailangan parang all aspects of your life are abundant.
Were you in that mastermind then?
No. Kinuwento lang niya in one of our sales videos na parang to increase in one area of life, let's say finances, kailangan pati yung health mo, relationships mo, they're all growing. It's not like parang take time from one area and put it here. Parang hindi ganun yung wealth growth na philosophy. Anyway, so I've been hearing about John for a while, and then parang he was just give it a try. Parang lumalaki na parang dumadami na yung aspirations ko in life, and doing the business. Parang it's great, and it's stable, and it's good money.
Yes.
But there's always room for more, and parang yung abundance mindset na if you have more, better to have it and not needed. Mga ganun.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I was looking at freelancing as like the side gig.
Yes.
As parang something na I can do with my time. Kasi like si J3 then, he was adjusting to being a father, so we were like taking things, slowing down a bit. Okay naman yung we have our production people in place. So tama-tama, nag-open yung tribe. Game.
Batch 1 ka?
Yeah, no brainer. Parang it's not expensive at all. Parang
yes.
for the value na nakita ko from John's interviews and yung workshop materials. Yeah. And wala, I didn't really think na parang I would be working on tribe materials eventually. Pero like just actually I didn't even expect to make a lot of friends in the tribe, which pleasant surprise.
Yun, 'di ba? Kasi baka lang people are wondering, since si Luis, he keeps on doing the roadmap, si Luis, he keeps on doing this and that, 'di ba? People might be thinking or blindly assuming na si Luis, kaya naman siya nasa tribe, libre kasi siya, 'di ba? Hindi siya nagbayad, ganon. He's actually a real student of the tribe. Nag-sign up siya, nagbayad siya. So ngayon ang tanong ko, fast forward, is i-reverse engineer natin. Paano mo nakuhang kliyente si sir? I mean, so you joined the tribe, you had no expectations at all doing work with the tribe, di ba? Pero how did you get sir as a client?
Ayun nga, kasi parang for me, like the best, the thing that I have going for me is that I'm a student, so I'm going through the experience as a student. So I have a tribe coach. I do the AC. I paid for the enrollment, and
Yes.
like yung emails, I read them, and yung posts. Anyway, yung at some point nagtanong si John na parang doon sa tribe na what's keeping you stuck. And at that point, I was already like looking at, I can't help it kasi it's the work that I do in my business, is to producing materials na to help the students learn better. Kasi in our business, financial literacy, it's pretty vague. Mm-hmm. It's not something na pwedeng, I don't know, it's not something technical to start. Parang there's mindset, there's a proper sequence. And I was looking at yung tribe materials, and parang ganun din yung conclusions that I made. Same as yung other students, what other students have said, na parang sobrang daming information. Which one do we or act on first? Parang ganun. So, it was an opportunity na parang, ito pwede mo gawin without really thinking na we'd end up formally like doing the roadmap and stuff. Pero I just commented like, medyo mahaba na ito yung mga ginagawa namin. Kasi, yun din yung tinuro sa tribe. Parang pag merong post na nagtatanong inside the group, sagutin mo. Parang bigay ka ng value. Ganun. Yes. So I was trying that out. Kasi I was also, warming up to do it in another group.
Yes.
In a group with prospects. So whatever was being taught, parang ginawa ko lang din siya. And then mamaya-maya, nag-message ako kay John na kamusta yung feedback. Kasi parang madami naman nag-like dun sa comment ko and nagsabi na, oy, good ideas to, ganyan. So I messaged John and said na parang happy weekend lang, hope yung feedback na is parang ganun, useful. And yun, tapos si John na mismo yung nagyaya na mag-DC.
Okay. Bago mag-DC ha. Okay, bago mag-DC. Weren't you hesitating to comment on that specific post? Were you commenting ba before pa that post?
A bit, yeah. I was commenting on posts na I could relate to.
Okay.
So, in terms of yung hesitation, hindi naman.
Okay. Next part, diba? So you commented. You got a lot of feedback kasi gustong-gusto nila yung mga tao, diba? And then, did you hesitate ba to tell sir about it?
Yeah, I guess so. Doon. Kasi parang, shit, totoo na to. Parang gano'n. Parang
were you
or not? Parang gano'n.
Okay. So what made you do it?
To be honest, parang syempre I imagine paano kung gusto niya mag-project. Pero at the same time, I was also skeptical. Kasi I mean, it's no secret na ikaw, Neil, skeptic ka before, di ba? Like, you always say that.
Yeah, I'm always optimistic ka. Excuse me, Luis.
Doon sa kay John, yung method ni John. Like, you always say na you started out skeptical. So ako rin, I had my doubts din. Kasi parang, tawag dito. Kasi, being in the business of selling online info products, like, you know naman about scammers and people who are just making a sale. Tapos ako, I'm already in the program, but I still have yung doubts na, what if paano kung hindi naman niya talaga gusto tumulong? Parang gano'n. So, in a way, yung parang yung parang thought na yun na, parang made the fear less kasi baka ayaw naman niya. So just do it. Parang gano'n. Kasi it doesn't naman parang iba na yung sinasabi nila na fear of success na na parang hindi ko na lang isesend tong lead magnet or yung value na or yung strategy na naisip ko kasi baka kunin niya. It wasn't like that. Kasi it was more of parang baka let's just see how this goes.
Baka matuloy ito.
Like in the end, parang practice na rin siya dun sa reach out. And at least parang si John to na this is a guy who knows me or who I know na parang kung may sablay man dun sa outreach, parang okay lang. Kasi siya naman yung nagtuturo eh. So he can correct.
Yes.
So yeah, the stakes are like a bit lower in my mind at that time. But what really what happened was nung nag-DC kami and I was able to talk to him on ano yung goals for the students, like 5 years, 10 years from now. Parang it started to dawn on me and I told this to Carlo and Coach Carlo and Boss Joanna last Thursday na parang nung nag-DC kami and I heard about yun nga, ano yung vision niya. I was like, oh, parang totoo nga. This guy really wants to help. So, yeah, parang yun na yung time na sold na ako. Kasi, nag-usap na kami one-on-one and parang this guy's for real.
Diba, actually, I don't want to blame people for being skeptics. It's behavior, it's instinct, it's just human nature.
Survival, di ba?
Yun yan, tipong, oy, relax ka lang, easy. Baka madali ka dyan. Easy, di ba? Pero, and then, still, you talk. You see it. But then, logic dictates or the reptilian brain dictates pa rin na hindi, it's too good to be true. It cannot be true. It is not true. And then once you start experiencing it, diba? Especially during the DC, and then you start hearing it pa from other people, may iba na dito. Okay? So ito lang tanong ko. Malalim to, Luis, ha? Ready ka na? May Calendly ka ba nung nag-DC kayo ni Sir?
Oo.
Kaninong Calendly?
Sa akin.
Mahirap. Ang ginawa mo ba is, teka, kailangan ko munang iset ng maraming block dates na konti lang ang para mukha akong limited, or naglagay ka lang ng basta Calendly kung anong araw at time, sige lang?
Parang nilagay ko yata yung nilagay ko lang yung dates, yung times na gusto ko.
At nag-book siya. Diba?
Siya rin yung sabi na book eh. Parang I was kasi hindi ko rin alam kung if that's too formal, na parang casual lang na conversation. Kasi hindi ko pa masyadong kilala si John at that time. So, I was thinking baka mas okay na, pag-usapan na lang doon sa chat kung kailan.
Okay, why am I asking?
Kung ano yung gusto niya. Sabi niya, scheduling link. Then, I just sent it.
Diba? The reason why I'm asking is, it didn't really matter if there was a Calendly or not. Diba? What was important there was, okay. Kasi the part where you get the booking na of the call is like probably 40% sold. What really made it para sa akin was starting that conversation. And in order for you to have started that conversation, you prepared yourself na by commenting lang, providing value. CCPP naman talaga ang nangyari dito eh. Okay? And yun nga, by just commenting, and then you were getting on a call. Ito ngayon ang tanong ko, did you ask for the budget during the DC? Or were you thinking na this is purely for free?
Ay, hindi. It was always like paid project na that was always the intention. Kasi yun nga, parang ano naman eh. Kumbaga, even if hindi tumuloy, parang for me to
even if sorry, I got cut off doon. Even if
kahit na hindi matuloy yung project or hindi mag-go si John, I would still do the roadmap for myself.
Yes.
Kasi it would help me as a student to learn the process better.
Okay. Okay.
Or yeah, kasi I spent money on my own money on on enrolling. So, 'di ba, yung structure ng program was it had like room for improvement. So I would do it for myself. And then actually nung dumating yung batch 2 sila Errol, I was working on the roadmap at that time. And then si Errol already made his own and shared it. So
Yes.
parang I saw it and oh, nice kasi talagang parang it confirmed na there's that step na pwedeng i-take to organize the lessons, ganyan, things like that.
Okay. Sige. I wanted to ask sana, did you feel na, holy cow, putik si Errol ginawa niya, baka masulot niya pa to. Baka, di ba? I mean,
Siguro for a few minutes, siguro. Kasi, tapos parang nasa free workshop pa lang yata siya. Or
okay.
he was already
Okay.
doing like some similar things. Tapos
Yes.
mas magaling pa siya na designer kasi sa akin. And, of course, yung mga insecurities, mga self-esteem things, that's part of it. Pero, I was just thinking, I started out on pretty much the same foot like with John.
Yes.
So, what does it matter what somebody else does? So, it doesn't,
Exactly.
take away from what I can do or what.
Okay. Exactly. Kasi it's mindset talaga. Now, going straight to the DC, what was it like? Maka-DC si sir.
It's fucking scared. Kasi parang for one thing, it's a bit awkward kasi you're doing the process on somebody who taught you the process. So, syempre yung parang tama ba yung ginagawa mo? Mga ganyan. Mga ganyan. Kasi, but then again, kumbaga, client niya rin ako eh.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi nag-enroll din ako. So, kumbaga, the moment na I reached out and decided na, okay, let's see how far this goes. Parang na yun doesn't matter na yung outcome. So, like, at every step in that whole thing, I wasn't like, thinking so much about it anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, parang it's like a gig that you rehearse for. Pagdating mo dun sa gig, during rehearsal, parang lahat ng parts ng songs or lahat ng every single hit, every cymbal, every drum hit, you think about so much. Pero pagdating mo dun, wala na eh. It doesn't like, hindi mo na maisip yun. So you just do it.
Yes.
So it's like a performance for me. Parang ganun.
I would agree. Especially kagabi. So I was with sir. I had honor, di ba? Even honor. I mean, I don't want to be the guy who's like sucking up to sir. Pero we watched Sweeney Todd kagabi. So it was
I have a friend working on the wardrobe.
Ayun.
Sweeney Todd.
And I was just thinking while they were doing the performance, what steps, what preparation they did. And then, if you see their faces on stage, it was just pure enjoying every bit of it. So just like that, it's a performance talaga. The rehearsal is all the hard work, all the thinking.
Yeah.
Pero it's all about the doing.
Yeah.
Give me one specific moment na highlight talaga during the DC with sir.
Medyo down eh. Parang it's like the whole thing was was good kasi it was like more than an hour yata. And yung nung sinabi niya yung 10-year vision.
Yes.
It was the first time I heard about it. Na
Which
yung
is?
Yung iba na yung tingin sa
Freelancing.
word na, yeah. Pag sinabi mong freelancer ka, parang you'll be respected in the same way na a doctor is, a lawyer is.
Yes. Okay. During the call, I forgot to ask. I forgot to let you answer. Did you ask for the budget?
No.
No, you didn't ask for the budget. Okay. When you sent the
threat files na.
okay. So when you sent the strategy, the proposal, was there already a figure in it? Tapos, what was it like? Feeling it? Sending it?
Yun, sinulat ko yung actually, I took my pricing cue from one of his comments on like a comparable proposal na
Yes.
yung level of complexity ng proposal na yun. Sabi niya, I think, I don't remember his proposal. I'm not gonna name names na lang kasi makamali. But parang sabi niya, you could easily charge 8 to 10K for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, di yun eh. Nagay ko. Kasi siya na nagsabi yan eh.
Diba?
Yeah, so,
getting cues. Okay.
Parang yung hindi ko na kinailangan mag-pricing guru or yung ask the budget. Kasi nakita ko na eh. Before the DC, nakita ko na yung comment na yun. So, like parang parang nasa isip ko na around that range.
Okay. And when you sent the strategy, okay, was there any worry na, holy cow, baka ako ano isipin? Or were you like, panis to, in the bag na to, wala na to?
Hindi, neither. Parang yun nga, same. Wala yan. Basta send mo na lang. And actually, ang medyo awkward dun is yun nga, how's this gonna affect yung being a student? Kasi may proposal ako kayo dyan. So, parang kung hindi okay, what's gonna happen? Medyo awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But, hindi rin naman, not to say rin naman na cornered ka na. Parang you have
yes, kasi unfair advantage. You're a client. You cannot say no.
Yeah, parang gano'n. It wasn't, hindi naman gano'n. But, syempre, I was hoping to get the project talaga.
Mm-hmm.
At that time. Kasi, yun nga, nakapag-usap na kami. And, diba, you don't send the proposal to someone na you don't feel good about it.
Boom.
Parang even if you did the DC and promising you pero parang feel mo ayaw mo, tatama rin gagawin yung proposal.
Tama. Pero alam mo, isa pang ko dito. Tingin ko lang I'm guessing The guess here was that the reason why you weren't that much of na parang nerve-wrack, holy shit, yung gano'n na sana ma-close ko to, is because you had something else working for you na you weren't expecting your bills to be paid by that proposal.
Yeah, naman. That certainly helped. Although, I will say na parang at that time na nag-join ako ng Tribe, I had just come from like some financial challenges and parang fresh start. So, a lot of the, yung self-esteem and yung insecurities were still in my mind at that time. And hindi naman nawawala yun. Parang kahit I'm not saying na wala na sila ngayon. Yun, but nung it was really like sending the proposal. Alam mo parang kung go to, edi great. Kung hindi, find something else.
Exactly. Ito yung ko. Ito yung observation ko lang ha. What you actually did, ko lang ha. Buting tingin ko lang ng konti. What happened during that was you did the comment, diba? And then there was the suggestion for the roadmap. It was a real problem that you were experiencing that you were now thinking of a solution to. Diba? And now next was you proposed it to sir. Tapos, anong tingin mo dito? And then you hopped on a DC. Tapos, when you sent it over, okay, you felt good about it. You felt good about the DC. But then again, there was the thought na, okay, if hindi mag-go, di okay lang. Kasi you had something else going on for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Ang pinaka lang talaga dito is, I think many could really relate, is how do you actually overcome insecurities, yung self-esteem issues, during those crucial moments. Kasi, yes, di ba, insecurities are there, di ba? And you can't just at a snap say na wala na siya forever. Pero ako, honestly, I believe in crucial moments, you can actually get rid of those insecurities. I have alter ego, ganon. Pero ikaw, I mean, I know the challenges partly, pero I don't really know everything. Siguro ang talaga dito is, how could you actually be in that right frame of mind during that kind of challenging time? Yun yung tanong ko. Kasi that, I think, is the biggest challenge for many of us.
For me, like sinabi mo, yung alter ego, sometimes it helps. Yun nga, yung suot ka ng long sleeve. What I'm doing now, ganyan. Siyempre, I don't wear this every day at home. Pero, di ba, we're appearing in front of an audience. So para to feel better, do those little things like that. Pero to me kasi, yung one of the things na I realized about myself is that I don't really think I'm that special. Parang it's a very Japanese way of thinking na to me kasi I'm not the first person in the world to have that challenge, and people have done it and gotten out of it before. So kumbaga wag mong palakihin yung problem mo. Kasi parang the problems that you're having, people have gotten through them time and time again, like in the past. So, kumbaga, I just think to myself na hindi ganyan kalaki yung problem na yan. Parang like you'll come out of it at some point in time, okay na.
You know kung anong surprising dito, Luis? People are probably expecting. So we have like how many people watching? Let me check lang. We have like 20 plus people watching, 24 on and off. Tapos they were probably expecting during that exact moment that I asked you, merong secret na lalabas. Merong mind-blowing secret na lalabas. Kaya ito nagagawa ng mga featured students or specifically this call na it's you, Luis. Pero when you just laid it out like that, na hindi naman ako unang nagka-problema ng ganito eh. Na meron pang iba at masusolusyonan to, parang expectation sa mga tao, nye, yun lang yun.
Yeah.
Parang nakakainis naman. Pero
Yeah.
yun yung totoo. Just like me being a skeptic kay sir, na parang, imposible. Imposible. 10-year plan? 10-year vision? Imposible yan.
So it's the same as how I also like look at people naman who are doing something special. Na parang, they're not the first people to do something special. So yes, they exist. And yun, parang andyan yung evidence na they si John really wants to help the freelancers. Si Jeffrey really wants to get people out of debt and save and retire na naipon. Things like that. So yeah, they exist and yun nga, kasi parang the thing that holds us back sometimes is parang yung, I don't know if you're familiar with the term false dichotomies. Na parang the world is only either A or B.
Okay.
Parang, this guy is rich. He must be an asshole or he must be a scammer or something. Pero hindi. There are rich people who are good people and rich people who are bad people. And there are good people na poor and bad people na poor din. So parang it's not because na tawag dito not because rich yung isang tao, parang he got there through shady means or parang what were you talking about again?
It's more of the talaga over-analyzing ng tao.
Yeah.
Okay, here I am. I'm a mom to a less than 1-year-old baby. My husband's kind of a slob / asshole. Diba? Family doesn't believe in what I do. They're saying, go get a job, go get a job, go get a job. Diba? And then, ikaw, you're inside this community ng tribe. Parang, bakit kaya sila? I think it's too good to be true. It cannot happen to me. Kasi all the outside forces, all the outside people are saying na it's not going to happen. So why should I even be jumping on a DC? Why should I even be sending this proposal? Or when I send the proposal, ang mangyayari is, wala talaga. It goes to show talaga na wala talagang mangyayari. So yun. Get a little, just in that specific moment, siguro ang lesson ko dito is just in that specific moment during a DC or an hour a day whenever you're connecting, position yourself as talagang interested ka in terms of practice. How do you start conversations? Which is the topic of my stage call sana, which we'll do this week. It all starts from conversations by becoming interested in other people. And by becoming interested in other people is, hindi, ano suot mo? Hindi. By starting conversations, see if there are specific gaps that you might be able to help. Sometimes you don't even need to have a conversation. You just need to observe what's happening inside the community. And here si Luis. He made a comment. He got good feedback. That's validation already. Teka, i-validate ko pa nga further. Baka pwede to. Send ko to ngayon kay sir. Nag-DC pa sila. Uy, mukha nga okay talaga.
Yeah. Yun talaga eh. Parang it just builds on each other. Na you won't know unless you take the next step. Hindi mo masasagot yung tanong.
It builds on each other, one step at a time. Just like insecurity. If you keep on thinking na I'm not that good, and then you see na, okay, walang nangyayari sa akin kasi you don't do the connecting part. And then you see na lahat magano na, nakakakuha ang kliyente. And then it just keeps on building. Insecurity, failure, limiting beliefs, diba? Pero all you have to do is just, teka, sige nga, let me just start. Diba? Ang ano ko lang dito, talaga dito, bakit ko binubugbog ng tanong sa'yo ito, Luis, is because, yun nga, people say na it's overwhelming. They always say that, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero, and then they requested for a roadmap. Well, it wasn't requested. Now
Yeah.
they have the roadmap, di ba? Everything is now getting better documented, di ba? Pero if you ask them, did you log into the course? Most likely ang sagot, napanood ko naman yung planting acid. Ilang beses mo napanood yung planting acid? Ay, hindi ko pa na nga natatapos po lahat ng planting acid. Di ba? Kasi po nakaka-overwhelm yung community. Ang daming wins, ganyan-ganyan. Eh, di don't focus on the community. Focus on the course first. Focus on the content. Di ba? Kasi talagang malulunod ka talaga. Di ba? Ang next question ko dito, Luis, is, okay, so you sent the proposal. How soon did you find out that it was a go?
Mga a week yata. Nag-schedule kami ng another call. So parang may...
Who requested for another call?
I forgot na.
Okay.
So it was more than a year ago.
Okay.
So, yep. Si John yata, parang sabi niya meron na siyang questions. And sabi ko, okay, call tayo.
Di ka ba kinakabahan nung sinabi niya meron akong questions? Or na-excite ka?
Na-excite ako kasi ibig sabihin, consider niya.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, parang yun nga. Again, more proof na parang yung sinabi niya at the end of the DC na the sooner we can get this started, the better. So yun nga, parang within a week, I mean, given na marami din siyang ginagawa, diba? So within a week, nakapag-usap kami about it. Actually, ano nga I think nung meetup ng action and winning, yung sa Siam, yung first meetup that I met tribe people and si John, ando pala siya, parang may nag-comment on the table habang kumakain yun. Parang, ang gulo nga, hindi ko nga alam kung anong gagawin eh. So parang nagtingin na kami kasi na-send ko na yung proposal at that time. So parang, which was great kasi, di ba, parang sa kanya, I mean, from the student na nanggaling na right there, confirmation, na hindi ko naman hiningi.
Yes.
Diba? It just happened. Meron lang nag-comment gano'n. And narinig niya. So, tingin na kami. So, like before we left, parang, yeah, I mentioned na, okay, pag-usapan natin soon.
Okay.
Yeah,
diba?
I forget the sequence of events. Pero yeah, that happened dun sa meetup. Merong nag-confirm, may social proof nung sinasabi ko na symptoms and problems.
Exactly. Okay. Ang ano dito is, yun nga, yung turn of events, di ba? Turn of events. Pero without the eye for it, the eye for opportunities, the eye of being interested in other people, hindi mo makikita yung mga ganong bagay. It would have just passed, even if you were already doing it, even if you already made a proposal, di ba? So, okay. Ang last question ko na lang sa'yo, Luis, is this. Nasa tribe ako. Bago lang ako. Batch 1 lang ako. As in, sobrang bago ko. Nag-renew ako. Wala pa akong napapala. Tapos, bumili pa ako ng EUI. Yung Email Underground Intensive. Kasi, baka ito na yon. Ito pa yon. Pinangutang ko pa yung pera para lang sumali sa EUI. Yung kalahati, credit card ko. Tapos yung kalahati, hiningi ko sa nanay ko. By the way, 35 na pala ako. Yun yung senaryo ha. Eksakto, Luis. Sana may tamaan. Okay. Ano na ngayon ang gagawin ko? Ang sinabi ko, nung tinanong ko lang siya, kumusta ka na? Sabi niya lang, na-overwhelm talaga ako. Gusto ko lang magka-kliyente, gusto ko magka-pera. Ano gagawin mo? Ikaw ang coach ngayon.
Well, parang well, kung coach, hindi ko alam kung masasabi ko to. Pero,
Hindi, bilang ikaw yung nasa sitwasyon. Ikaw yung nasa sitwasyon.
well, I guess yung sinabi ko kanina na you're not the first person na overwhelmed. Like, ilan tayo dito? 750 halos. Lahat yan na overwhelmed. Pero, yeah, pero may mga tao na they were able to do it. And, like, yung problem na yan, na overwhelmed, it's not bigger than you are.
Sige, please expound. I'd like to hear more. It's not bigger than you. What you think you are or than you are.
Oh, so you'll come out of it like one day na okay na yan. And it's gone. And you already know what to do. So, okay, it's not to say na, take your time or, yeah, pero okay lang yan eh. Kasi, yun nga, 700 plus tayo na, lahat tayo na overwhelmed at some point in our lives. And, still here. You're still here.
Totoo. Siguro to add a little more context on, you start by telling yourself talaga with that it's not bigger than what you are. It's not as big a problem you think it is, diba? There were other people who have been through it, diba? Just by starting with that, diba? And then doing step 1, which is told na inside the roadmap, kung ano yung gagawin mo, yun na yun. Diba? Yun lang naman yun. Just do the work. Instead of feeding your thought na, overwhelm, diba? Yun. So, anong ka talaga dito? Wala pala ditong rocket science. Wala pala ditong the secret. Diba?
Yeah, like yun nga. Kumbaga, even when I was told na, mag-Sunday special ka na, naisip ko rin na, ano sasabihin ko? Pareho lang. I mean, I'm not that special. Like, I have a hard time taking credit. Yeah, pag may nag-thank you sa akin, I don't know what to say. Kasi, I mean, it's my work. And ito nga, nung high school ako, I was making reviewers for exams and for myself. And I was doing that para nasa internet ako kasi I was programming on a website. So I was doing physics reviewers, things like that. And then, I just told like a friend, ganyan. And then, nung exam week, nakita ko yung halos buong batch nag-print ng reviewers sa physics. So parang, I didn't know how to feel, or parang when people were saying galing na to, I didn't know how to react. Kasi, yun nga, I don't think like there's anything special, really. Kasi other people can do this then. Other people have done it in the past. Like kahit na sabihin natin medyo niche yung skill na ginagawa ko or rare siya. But, hindi eh. Kasi, like, I'm just the same as all the students here. Na overwhelmed, nahirapan din maging consistent, or, natatakot din mag-send ng proposal. So it's, I guess that's the thing na I can say na kakaiba. Kasi, like, when people meet me dun sa meetup, parang, si Luis, galing na niyan, things like that. Pero hindi talaga eh. Like, yeah, I really believe na, there's nothing really super special. And that's a good thing. Kasi ibig sabihin, whatever yung challenge is, parang somebody has already solved it before.
Totoo. Yun lang naman yun. Yun lang naman yun. And siguro that particular character of yours is something that will always keep you grounded. Diba? It's not going to go into your head na, holy crap, I'm Luis Medina, rock star, not just for course creators, diba? Yung tipong ganun. And Hamburg, sabi ni Roman. Pero at the end of the day, diba? You don't have to get it perfect. You just have to get it going. Just start, diba? Do the thing that you think will work for you. Start with testing, and if you started this call kanina, this Facebook Live, sabi nga ni Luis kanina was that during this time, yung early start ng ng career niya, he was sharing the story with J3. J3 was failing fast. As in, literally failing fast. Na ang lesson doon was that J3 kept on doing it. We all should actually keep on doing it. Si Luis naman, he was looking for things that he could actually do. He was taking in consulting gigs, di ba? From his professors. So, hindi naman siya from the start na ayoko na mag-corporate, gusto ko na mag-freelance at ito na talaga yon. Final na yon. Di ba? There were jumps, there were shifts, di ba? And again, walang rocket science. Nagawa na pala ng iba. Wag mong i-baby yung insecurity, yung issues mo. Kumbaga, ang i-baby mo is yung possibilities na nagawa nga ng iba, baka kaya ko din. Hindi naman pala ganun kahirap. Siguro yun yung dapat na alagaan mo. Okay. And before we end, okay, Luis, when I start to introduce people, halimbawa in the circle of business people, what is the best way for me to have you as top of mind? Sino yung specific clients mo? Sino yung specific market mo?
Well, business or like personal development coaches who have proven or like tested, validated online training.
Mm-hmm.
I call myself like a learning experience designer.
Okay.
But I'm still like I'm still fine tuning that.
So learning experience designer, anong results makukuha nila?
It will get their students to understand their program better and yung parang improve their learning journey.
Okay.
So that they learn faster and better.
And in fact, because of your work, part of your work has contributed to the first time ever that an online course like this has documented how much money it has generated in terms of success rate for its students. Luis, isang count lang. Magkano lang total na? Pwede ba sabihin?
Oo, andun yata si John sa chat. So, I don't know.
Magkano kinita? Figures lang. Is it a little above? Ganun lang.
It's above na. $500,000 US.
Okay. Late lang naman. $500,000 US. A little lang. Siguro 25 million pesos lang naman, no? Late lang.
1 year pa lang yun.
Saka 1 year pa lang yun. Late
Saka
na bagay.
Upfront fees. So, maraming nakatago pa doon.
So, upfront fees lang yun. As in, cash in the bank. Ganun lang yun. Hindi pa yung full payments. Okay? Hindi yung sasabihin, hindi yung sasabihin, exactly, hindi yung sasabihin na potential income. Kasi a lot of people on the online world say, for this year, I make $2 million. Pero teka, ano pa yung payment plans ng mga taong yun? Ilan ang drop out ng mga yun? Ito, this is literally cash, money in the bank. Di ba?
Yeah.
Money in the PayPal account or money in the bank.
Yun nga parang I don't know how much na yung binayad ng students dito sa tribe, like over the 5 batches.
I'm sure it's not 25 million.
Yun nga. It's like how many times na multiply yung like yung leverage nung method dito. It's not just the method. It's the support. So like I said, it's not my work. It's yung knowledge na collect ni John from his mentors and through his experiences, and yung coaches, and yung the fact na we help each other out, na kahit fellow students, like hindi tayo nagko-compete. It's not false dichotomy na parang pag siya nakakuha na client, ibig sabihin that's one less for me. Hindi siya ganun eh. Parang,
exactly.
Hindi talaga siya ganun.
Exactly. And something na ang gusto kong i-highlight dito was that ikaw yung perfect example ko na this is a BCS. Diba? It's a case study. Itong ginawa mo for the tribe. Para sa akin breakthrough case study.
Yeah.
But you didn't offer it for free.
Pinapasulat yung case study.
Pinapasulat yung case study. Again, it wasn't offered. You didn't do it for free. Diba? And a BCS doesn't always mean na it's free. Whoever said na it's free, gusto kong kausapin. Okay? Whoever is thinking that it should always be free, let me correct you, it should not always be free. Kasi it's always an exchange of value. Okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't also mean na yung testimonial, kung ganun ang ginagawa mo, then you're not really that confident in the value that you can deliver. Diba? Na in exchange for a testimonial, the testimonial, my review, should not come na forced, implied, imposed. Diba? It should literally come from, wow, ang saya-saya ko, I paid this much and I got this much pa. Diba? Sabi nga it's like buying, well, sabi ni sir, sabi niya, it's buying cash at a discount. Let me change it naman a little bit more. At a bigger picture, it's buying 100x value for a fraction of the price. So it doesn't always have to relate to the money. Pero in terms of yung satisfaction, yun. Diba? So,
pero at the same time, like yung
yes.
Psychological wallet also, parang increasing that doesn't just mean na charge more, kasi you can always charge more. Pero if you feel like yung amount na charge mo, parang feeling mo slave ka na dun sa client, kasi yun nga, in your mind, it's so big na yeah, you feel like you have to be a slave. Parang you also have to be wary of that, kasi psychological wallet siya. Parang if you just charge na 20K pero hindi prepared yung utak mo for that, you'll approach it na as if you'll be ready to give away your freedom, your
yeah, good point. I like it. Oo. Now, okay, it's not okay. The amount of value dictates your psychological wallet. Hindi pala. So what you're saying is that if I charge, sorry mahina utak ko, pero gusto ko lang i-confirm ko tama. Sinabi mo 20K, eto deliverables ko. Gagawa kita ng roadmap for 20K USD example lang. Now, hindi handa yung utak ko for 20K. Tinanggap niya, binigay sa akin yung 20K USD, na parang, kulang pa yung roadmap. Teka, dagdagan ko pa dito.
Yeah.
Teka, sagot na rin ako sa live chat. Sagot na ako ganyan. Ganyan. Tapos sabi niya, teka, how much you charge? No, it's free. It's okay. Ganyan. Galing.
Tapos yung pala, parang sa bahay, parang tulog.
Bad trip ka na. Kasi hindi kaya ng utak mo yung 20K.
Uh,
Pero
so
the
it's not,
only way,
yeah, it's not just yung courage mo na, oh, ito yung proposal, ganyan. So it carries over to yung after, which is, the longer period of time, yung time na you're actually in the project.
na
Kasi
halimbawa, it took you
yung,
like 3 minutes to do it, hindi mo kakayahan, hindi kaya ng utak mo kung mababa yung psychological wallet. Parang ganon. You'll overextend it, do more, ganyan-ganyan. Tama ba?
Yep.
Okay. Luis, maraming salamat for your time. It's been like 70 minutes. I'm really glad with this interview. One thing na gusto ko talagang highlight for people who are going to be watching this on the replay are the things na no one really is extra special. Siguro I would have to tell myself that as well. Kasi I keep on telling na I tell people, halimbawa, in my community, my students, my personal students, you have to dress well. Yung tipong ganon. Yes, it does ring true para sa akin. It still holds true. Pero katulad ni Sir, I say na, wag mo nang gayahin si Sir kasi siya anomalya. Okay? It's still very difficult for me. Kahapon, we were watching Sweeney Todd. I don't say that this is a limiting belief on my end. I still call him Sir up to this day. It's my sign of showing respect to him. Pero, I can't take off the fact na kasama kong nanonood sa isang lugar, isang tao, akala ko scammer.
Yeah.
Dahil ngayon, sobra kong nire-respeto.
Yeah.
Na para sa akin, holy cow, misaya yata to.
Diba? Yeah, I feel the same na parang, really thankful na we crossed paths and nag-align yung needs niya with my own mission then, which is to improve yung online training industry kasi it's pretty it went downhill after nitong nung sobrang dami ng programs, parang
Yes.
madami na rin shit programs.
Yeah.
And so parang really thankful, but again, I'm not super special. You're not also super special.
Of course.
We tend to agree in the way we think, pero di ba? Like, there's lots of people na I've met na ganun din naman. So parang ganun lang yung perspective lang na it's okay lang yan. Whatever happens, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yes. Totally agree. Maraming salamat, Luis. Madaming natututunan, maraming na-guide. Pero what I want sana people to do it's not going to be expecting something totally rad, totally cool from the course. Pero kundi implement what's already in there, diba? And just like what Luis said kanina, I didn't catch it earlier, was that the Facebook group is the support. It's not the source, it's the support. The source is the content, the course created. I mean, putting this in the hands of yung mga puti. Pag nakita nito and ginamitan nila ng Google Translate, parang they would be blown away with the content. That they would say na, holy cow, may community pa? Sige, here's 10,000 USD for every quarter for this community. Do not make the community as the source of the learnings. Okay? It's the support. Okay? And thank you so much, Luis.
Thank you.
Thank you also for proving that the CCPP process works inside the tribe. Pinakita mo talaga. And it worked on Sir. Yun.
Yun nga, again, I don't really think that it's a huge like feat kasi yun nga, parang alam ni John I'm trying to do. So yeah, that actually gave me the freedom to just do it. Kasi hindi na niya ano eh, hindi niya ina-analyze kasi it can see right through me, di ba? So
Yes.
so yeah, that made it a lot easier then
Okay.
and enjoyable. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Sana
yeah,
after,
thank you. Thank you.
yes. Thank you. Sana after this call, what happens is tumaas yung analytics natin nang nag-log in sa course. Hindi bang ganun? Yun yung point nun.
Hindi naman eh, parang it's not about how many times kasi you watch the videos. I mean, ikaw, you're a fan of that. Pero, di ba, may mas prefer ko na they minimize the time they spend on the site. Pero during the time that they're there, it's really, they maximize the minimum time spent on the site. Kasi they're like, deep learning. I'm just here to learn. So
maximize the minimum time spent on the site.
Inside.
Okay.
Kasi it's better spent
Okay.
on the site.
Liwanagin ko lang maximize the minimum time spent on the site Hindi sinabi ni Luis na wag kang pumunta sa site. Mga kakalbuhin ko kayo eh. Happy Monday, Luis. Let's start Monday strong. Let's start Monday as in.
Ako maaga for this.
It's an honor. Thank you. 9 a.m. So
it's great. It's great.
Thank you. If we get good feedback from this, we're going to continue doing this every Monday. Diba? Sige. Bye-bye. Maraming salamat.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
See you.